Alrighty, folks. Let's go, Griz. Bring it home and take it to him. Let's see it. Alright, 5 minutes on the clock. Best of 5 going in strong. Off to the kickoff. Ace Pocket and Vaka Flocka going to the dead stop where Heads and Combo Buster have to come on in. Baynock topping it into the corner here. Applying that pressure on the orange side. Cogtray taking it to him. Ace Pocket in the corner as well. Having to bring in their strong game. Cosmo Buster with the tap over to Ace. Back over to Cosmo Buster who's on the wall. Ace taps it on over to get a off-the-wall shot for Baynock, but he was not able to secure that. Here comes Cosmo Buster off the back wall again. Ace Pocket trying to drill it in, but getting denied altogether. Baynock tapping it over. Cosmo Buster catching the ball, bringing it in. Heads tapping it over to blue side. Ace Pocket catching it, throwing it on up. Here he does a nice little flip reset off the wall, getting it over into the orange side here. Tapping it over to the orange corner on the other side. Baynock off the wall with Ace Pocket, throwing it in to make the first goal of the game right off the bat with 50 seconds into the match. Baynock off the wall there. Ace Pocket tapping it past Heads into the corner of the goal. Very nice, very well done. Off to the second kickoff. Throwing it on down. Baynock, Vaka Flocka. Vaka gets the advantage over to Cosmo Buster. However, Heads goes and contests Cosmo in the aerial. Doing a nice little tap over, and Cogtray catches it. Ace Pocket tops it on over to Baynock, who goes and makes a score! What an amazing shot from Baynock and Pocket as they jumped on in. Ace Pocket tapped it on over, and Baynock just slightly with the angle threw it on in. What a clean shot. Alright, third kickoff of the night. Vaka Flocka, Baynock topping it over to on the orange side. Cogtrade catches the ball over to Heads now. Where they're getting some good defensive plays, but there's the Ace Pocket with the score. The pressure is on, folks. Boise State is bringing it to the Griz, and they are just not there to bring it back. Nice going from Boise State here as they're throwing it on down. 3 points now ahead of the game. Boise goes and does a dead stop in the kickoff there. Heads goes back and forth, throwing it on down, doing this little flip reset from Ace over on the blue side here. Cosmo Buster passes it on over to the Baynock right there, and we get a nice little defensive goal shot from Heads as he goes and tosses it on over to blue side. Cosmo Buster bringing it back over to Baynock, who taps it up onto the ceiling. He's gonna get a nice little wall shot, but last he gets denied by Heads. Nice little reset pinch that Cosmo went and had on the sidewall to get it out of the Griz's hands there. Baynock taps it on over with a nice little backboard of plays, and oh my Che-Che! There is another goal. Baynock went over to the side wall right there. Ace Pocket tapped it on in. Heads just wasn't able to jump in time for a fourth goal from Boise State. All right, nice little kickoff right here. Tossing it on in. Vaka Flocka with a nice little shot off the wall there. A miss from Cogtray, trying to get the ball over onto the wall for reset. Heads with a nice defensive play there. Cogtray throwing it up and around, getting it off and doing some aerial action. Cosmo Buster popping it on over to the wall. Cosmo Buster is bringing it down to him with a nice little flip reset. Heads is able to catch up to the ball and get it back over to blue side. Heads throwing it on in. The pressure off the backboard here, and Vaka Flocka almost made a shot, but gets denied by Boise State. Cogtray goes and dribbles it over to Heads, who passed it over, and Ace Pocket makes a defensive goal and block. Cogtray tosses it on over, drilling it over to blue side. Cosmo Buster gets the catch and the save back over to orange. Here we see Baynock in the air, tapping it up into the center field, where he's ready to make another shot. Ace Pocket with the nice little backboard off on Cogtray here. Does a flip reset to get Cogtray the little under advantage that Ace had. Baynock going in strong, trying to toss it off the wall. He gets a nice little pinch. Ace Pocket going here. Heads with the aerial jump up to the ball. Tossing it on over, trying to get that goal, but alas, he's just not quite securing it. He tosses on over to Ace Pocket, who gets it off the wall. Throwing it on down. Here we see Cogtray bring it back to him. Goes and makes a shot. Almost making it into the goal, but alas, just off the top of the shot there. Vaca Flocka throwing it on down. Heads is here, trying to get a defensive play, but alas, Vaca Flocka goes heads and takes the ball, almost making another shot, getting denied by Baynock. However, Cogtre throws it on over to blue side, getting it in the corner. Heads almost making another shot, but alas, Boise State is always there ahead of them, making sure that they have the advantage over the ball. Cogtre taps it on over, almost making a shot. Cogtre was trying to take it home to him, but they just had the players there. Heads tosses it on over off the backboard and off of Ace Pocket into the goal. Heads makes the goal, and the shot is secured. Finally, after the backboard off right there of Ace, they finally got the first point of the second game. Very nice assist from Ace Pocket there. Here we see him bringing it on over. Heads going in strong into the corner here, bouncing it back and forth. Vaca Flocka jumping on up, tossing it down. Havoc bringing it on in. Baynock tossing it, catching it over Cogtre and making another shot. What an amazing play from Boise State here. Baynock tapped it on over to Cosmo Busted, who tossed it right back over to Baynock, who tossed it over Cogtre into the goal. What an amazing play, going in strong to this second match. Here we see Vaca Flocka, Baynock tossing it back and forth. Cosmo Buster bringing it in strong. Heads trying to get into goal. Vaca Flocka is now sitting in the goal, ready for a nice defensive shot right there, as Cosmo Buster was not able to make the goal. Here we see Ace Pocket is up on the ceiling here, bumping on the ceiling. Doing a nice little backboard play. Vaca Flocka goes and gets a demo on Ace Pocket, bringing the Uncho to him. Heads tossing it down in, getting denied, however, by Ace Pocket, who just got back into the game with a nice save. Here we see tap over to Vaca Flocka, who just didn't quite make it in time before Cosmo Buster was taking the ball from him. Heads tossing it over to Vaca Flocka and Cogtre here, bringing in. Ace is ready to catch this ball with Baynock. Baynock catches it on over. They need to try to get this goal, and almost making the shot. It is off. Heads tosses it up off the backboard side here, and the miss from Vaca Flocka right there at the end to give game 2 to Boise State. Wow, what an amazing come back into game 2 from Boise. It was close in the first round.